Yo, what's up people? Will Clarke here and welcome to your 19th appointment in the Barbers shop. This month's show we got tracks from French Fries, Kristin Velvet, Sam Goku. Also my homie Option4 is in the Barbers chair getting a trim. Keep it locked and enjoy.
Welcome to the Barber shop.
Don't leave me, don't hate me.
What's up, people? Starting the show off. Myself and Shiba Don't Hate Me. Out now on Dirty Bird Records. Coming in, an old classic. This reminds me from my Ibiza times. Mark Fanciulli, The Tide. Joris Voorn on the edit.
Sun can burn your skin. The tide can drag you in. And the wind can howl and blow your house down. Your house down. Your house down. The sun can burn your skin. The tide can drag you in. And the wind can howl and blow your house down. Your house down. Your house down. What happens next is anybody's choice, but I don't believe that I hear your voice. What happens next is anybody's choice, but I don't believe that I hear your voice. Your skin. The tide can drag you in, and the wind can howl and blow your house down. 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 Your house down, 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 your house down. The sun can burn your skin. The tide can drag you in. And the wind can howl and blow your house down. Your house down. Your house down. What happens next is anybody's choice, but I don't believe that I hear your voice. What happens next is anybody's choice, but I don't believe that I hear your voice.
You're locked into the Barbershop with Will Clarke.
What happens next is anybody's choice, but I don't believe that I hear your voice. What happens next is anybody's choice, but I don't believe that I hear your voice. 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 Your house down. 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 Your house down.
currently back in the UK after an amazing tour. Thanks to everybody that came. Now, just about to set off for another summer of dates.
Something for the weekend, sir?
Currently playing French Fries, Journey to Kepler, and the Faki remix. This is a few years old as well, actually. Love this track though. Thanks for tuning in. You are listening to The Barbershop with myself, Will Clarke. This next track, it's where my dyslexia comes out. Architechural. And the track's called Surreal Restaurant. I really like this track. It's like super chilled, but really deep as well. Let me know what you think at DJ Will Clarke on Twitter.
You're locked into The Barbershop with Will Clarke. Will Clarke.
coming in next. Really cool track. I found this in my playlist for one of my sets, and I don't think I actually played it. But I wish I did. Douglas Greed, and the track's called All I Want. I believe this is on it. What is this on? Turbo, I believe. Turbo Recordings, Tiga's label. Go grab a copy, it's amazing.
Nothing quite as hard as to know what you want. What do you want? Is it money? Is it freedom? Is it the smile of someone else? A fancy car? A funky friend? A foolish lover? A happy end? What do you want? What weighs an hour with a friend compared to every single hour of work that you spend? What do you want? The best cereal that money can buy, or to leave with nothing, nothing left untried? Child, stay silly, stay wild. Go on scavenger hunts for goosebumps. Pull up nasty stunts in silly trunks.
You're locked into the Barbershop with Will Clarke.
What do you want?
Love this record so much. Proper grooving. Anyway, moving on. I've started a Barbershop Spotify playlist. If you go onto Spotify and type in the Barbershop, the playlist will come up. Go follow it. It consists of all the tracks, or most of the tracks on the radio show. Also, a few of my favorite tracks as well. So go check that one out. Spread the Spotify playlist love. Kristin Velvet. The track's called Skylar. This is on Exploited Records. I'm really into this as well. That bass line is funky. Goku, and the track is called Antrazid. I absolutely love this track. It's beautiful, really nice and deep. You might be hearing this in my sets over the next month. Coming up next, we've got Option4 in the barber's chair, getting a trim. Also, my top 3 trims of the month. Got a very special one for you as number 1. Also coming up later on in the show, we have a new remix from myself. Unofficial, but we can make it official.
You're locked into the barbershop with Will Clarke.
So I've got an idea and I want to do a new feature every month. I want to feature a new up-and-coming artist, people that are not necessarily signed, music that's not necessarily signed, artists that are just trying to push forward a little bit. I did it last week with my friend Sevadar. I received this track from guys called Rhodes, and the track's called Wacko. I received this on my Facebook a couple of days ago, actually, and I'm really into this track. I want to do this every month, so please send me your music on my Facebook. Just DM me on my Facebook. I will listen to it eventually, and we'll get you on the show.
To the Barbershop with Clarke. It's time for your next appointment. Who's stepping into the barber's chair this month?
So, welcome into this month's barber's chair. I've got my homie from Denver, Option4. How's it going, man? Good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you too, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good.
What have you been up to?
Oh man, I don't know. A little bit of everything, I guess. I'm still like, obviously like making sure all the parties are good here. And I'm trying to stay in the studio as much as I can at the moment. I got a bunch of stuff coming up, so it's like just trying to balance it all, I guess, wear all the hats.
Yeah, man.
Things are cruising along.
You kind of have a crazy life, because for people that don't know, Option4 Brennan, he pretty much runs all the parties in Denver. Like, every good party in Denver. So
I feel bad about that. I feel bad getting introduced that way.
We're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
So how do you balance it, man? Because I know you've got an awesome team that work with you, but also it must be crazy because you're producing, you're booking shows, you're doing shows. How do you make time for it?
Well, I mean, I think the biggest thing that's made it easier is just like, I mean, just staying disciplined is the hardest thing, right? Like if you're partying too much then you're not going to be getting any music done. I mean, that's the same way for anybody, I guess. I mean, you're sober, so you don't drink, right?
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
You know, if you're partying heavy and there's just no way in the world you can wake up the next day and have an ounce of creative spark, you know. So it's kind of just a matter of kind of trying to keep everything kind of balanced. I do got a really good team here in Denver, and we have a really successful thing going right now. So that makes it a lot easier because I can kind of plan what time I'm going to be making sure that I do stick in the studio and kind of cut out like the social side of things. So it's been fun. I think you know, more than anything, it's just a matter of making sure you put your priorities in place. But it can be done.
It can, man. You're doing it.
Work.
You're doing it, man. It's nice to see. Well, so what records have you got coming out?
Oh man, a bunch of shit. Trying to figure that out right now. Like, it seems like, with like, obviously, over the past like 6 to 8 months, like the SoundCloud thing, finally getting to that point where it's pretty much almost dead, right?
Yeah.
I feel like when that happened about a year ago, it kind of flooded a lot of labels, because then everybody's like, oh crap, well, I got to get my music out on real labels now. So like, when that happened, I think the labels got overwhelmed too. So things are finally starting to come out. Stuff that like I even signed like months and months ago, are finally starting to roll out.
Yeah.
I got a big like kind of techie, big room kind of banger or whatever, I guess, coming out next month on Nervous. And then
cool,
I got this project with Crystal Fighters. Are you familiar with them?
No,
like,
I'm not.
Band?
I'm not.
They're like an indie band or whatever from the UK.
Okay.
But I've been a big fan of like indie music ever since I was a kid, So I always flirt with I always walk that line between like indie and indie dance type stuff. Yeah, for sure. So I got that coming out in like the month after, and then I got this project with Worthy coming out in August that I'm excited about. We got this thing on Love and Other that's a pretty big summertime tune, so that'll be pretty fun. And then a bunch of other stuff after that. So like I don't know. I'm finally hitting the point where all my music's gonna be coming out for the rest of the year. So that's
Sounds
exciting.
busy. It's a nice feeling, that, isn't it? Because it's just a nice feeling when you've been working so hard on music and eventually it's just all coming together nicely and it's all getting released and everyone can hear it. It's the best feeling.
Yeah, no, it's like, it sucks when you're sitting there playing stuff out in your sets and stuff, and you're like, oh man, that one's not coming out for 8 months.
Yeah.
No,
I feel
like, by the time it comes out, you're so sick of it,
Yeah.
By the time it finally like releases, you're just like, oh, you're over it.
Yeah, and then you have to start playing it, and you have to play it in your sets because people expect it.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
I feel that, man.
That's a tough line to walk, man. It's pain, but that's just the game right now, man.
Yeah, it is. So, dude, let's move on to the first question. Current favorite track, what is it and why?
Oh, okay. So right now, and I mean, it's like, what? How old is it? I'm not even sure how old it is, but it's a Picture Perfect. About ZDS. I just, for some reason, I think it's like the vocals, but they are so repetitively perfect in my head that I will like catch myself like in midweek or whatever, just like singing the vocals, like randomly, like walking down the street, like for some, like, I don't know if it's like something genetically predisposed into my blood or something that like I cannot get rid of that song. But like, yeah, it's been out forever. And Nate's a good friend of mine. He's the best dude ever. So like, he gave me that tune a while ago, and every time I've ever played it, it just smashes. Like that junk is just unbelievable to me.
Yeah, I really like this record. Actually, we had Nate on the show a couple of months ago, and I remember Nate sending me the demo probably about a year and a half. We spoke about it on the interview, and like it's just come out. It came out like 2 months ago. It's crazy. But yeah, so let's check this one out.
Girl, you're so picture perfect, girl. 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 Glasses, black frames, Versace, brand name, delicious. Plantain so thick she might have back pain. Trying to get in that fast lane, but I realize that that's lame. Cause I feel like I'm past sane, and I wanna jump into that fast change. But she wanna take it slow, but it move fast cause we on the road. She love house, I love clothes. She love shopping, I love when she pose. And I love when she hold me close, cause I know that every minute worth it. Every curve up on her body match her work.
She picture perfect.
Girl, you so picture perfect, girl. You so picture perfect, girl. You so picture perfect, girl. You so picture perfect, girl.
Love that record so much, man.
Perfect,
So, moving on, question 2. I know you did an online thing, or an online video, more so, not a thing, where you were asking for new producers to kind of hit you up with new music. I take it you found a stack loads. So, what did you find? Your new producer and a track from them. Why?
Man, that was wild. Yeah, like I just got this idea. Like we since we have like the ability to throw pretty big parties here in Denver, it was more or less like just kind of an attempt to try and get back to like booking music, like without the business side attached to it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't understand what kind of happens. Like the smoke and mirrors behind the scenes of this game, where it's like, you know, you got managers and agents hitting you up just because they really need to play in your venue and they need to get in your market. And, you know, they're sitting there getting pressure from a bunch of other people trying to make stuff happen. So half the time it's not even like, hey, do you like this music? It's like, hey, this will do this many tickets. Like, you got to book this. This is like, that's the pitch that you get, you know?
Yeah.
I'm still far too personally involved in this business and in my parties that my feelings like get hurt like about stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like I just don't play. I don't want to play that game. Like, I'm not ever going to do that. I'm not going to book somebody because they're dating somebody famous, or I'm not going to book somebody because, you know, they're going to sell tickets in my market. I'm not worried about selling tickets, you know. I'm worried about doing the cool stuff. So that was kind of like my attempt of being like, well, there's probably all kinds of amazing music out there right now that nobody knows. So let's just like get back to the root of it, instead of being like, okay, this guy or this girl's got 10 million followers on, you know, 10 million followers or a month or listens a month on Spotify, or this person has this affiliation with this big record label or any of that. Let's just figure out what we thought the best music was and just book that. So I had this like producer call come out, and like I think there was like 1,000 tracks, and I narrowed it down to about 23, I believe.
Jeez.
That were like, okay, I'll listen to all these again a bunch and just see kind of who I thought the best one was. And so I was able to do that, and then I ended up picking 2 winners because one guy I couldn't find. It was like a mystery, and it took forever to track down. Like I had Vice get like on board, and they're like, yo, Option4 is trying to find you, man. Like, who are you? Like, let's like the song that got entered was like, it wasn't even, he didn't even like post it. It was like a friend of his that posted it.
No way.
Just
That's amazing.
entered his track. So he got entered in a competition he didn't even know he was in, you know?
Good man.
And so,
good friend,
like,
guys. That's a very good friend.
Yeah, no. Well, it was just kind of weird because like the track was like 5 years old. Like, it looked like the last time he logged into SoundCloud was like a year and a half ago. Like, looked like these guys just giving up. And come to find out, man, after working to figure out who he was and finally getting a hold of him, the internet's crazy, PS. Like, I had people like hacker friends being like, ooh, I work at Google, and like I found out what his name and address was from the, you know, back end of his website.
No
all
way.
this stuff. So I had all kinds of people help me. Like, we found him here pretty quick. It was just a matter of getting like a hold of him and talking to him, see if he even still wanted to kind of do this. But like after getting a hold of him and talking with him, it was finally at that point where he was like, you know what, I gave up on music because I was making stuff wasn't get heard. Like, I'm back now. Like, I'm down. This inspired me to like start making music again. So I'm looking forward to seeing like what he does and what kind of music he puts out. So we had this guy named the Monk Machine. That was like the mystery guy. He had a really, really fire track, and that was like one that won. And then I couldn't find him, so I was like, well, what's the second best one? And it was this guy named Dusty Digital out of Boston. He has this like fire, really, really fire tune that like was really kind of forward thinking to me. And so I've got them both booked. I'm putting like Dusty Digital on my rooftop party with Lee Bird in June, and then I'm going to bring out the Monk Machine with Francois K in August. And so they both won. We're going to party. It's going to be fun.
Man.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's amazing,
yeah,
man.
Been a good time.
Right, dude. Last but not least, your favorite ever track and why?
Oh man, favorite track ever. Man, it's got to be Flowers by Armand Van Helden. I mean, I don't think there's ever been a tune. I don't think there's ever been a tune that's made me more emotional, man. Like, it was like one of the first house records I discovered back in the day. And it's really kind of what, like, I guess everybody has their entrance level, you know, into electronic music, and that was the tune for me. Like, that was what got me into like just kind of like, you know, proper vocal, like chugging like funky house, and I just never looked back since, man. I love that tune forever. If I ever hear it, I'm gonna cry. Like, I get emotional.
Well, dude, you're gonna hear it next. So, people, you're currently in the Barber's shop, and we got Option4 in the Barber's chair, and we're gonna be listening to his favorite tune, Flowers by Armand Van Helden.
They're the closest thing to perfect next to you. All you gotta do is call me when you're blue, and I'll give you these flowers, babe. Flowers, 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 flowers. I give you flowers, babe. I give you flowers, babe.
Dude, thank you so much for being on the show. It's always a pleasure to speak to you. And I will catch you next time I'm in Denver, which I don't know when it is, but I'm sure it'll be soon, man.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see you, man. And thanks a lot for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Anytime, man. Catch you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Will, I need a top trim. Sort me out, mate.
Top trim time. Coming in at number 3, NTFO and Mirror. This track is out now on Objectivity.
You're locked into the Barbershop with Will Clarke.
Coming in number 2, new remix from myself. This is not official, but it is from me. It's London Grammar. The track is called Oh Woman, Oh Man. and it's my Cuddles at Sunrise remix. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your feedback. I know it's been played in my Coachella set, and I'm playing it pretty much every set at the moment. Let me know what you think.
I can see that you're giving up. You should not mean that much to me. And I don't know where the rest goes. But everybody's been telling me no.
Had to do it. Number 1, Robert Miles, Children. Sadly, we lost this dude last month. This guy changed my life, changed the music industry. Hope you enjoy it. Last track of the show, Robert Miles, Children. I'm just going to leave you with this one. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next month. Keep it locked. Turn this up loud, people.
Shop.